Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media. From Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
Hello and welcome to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by Care Of, a vitamin delivery service that delivers personalized vitamins and protein supplements directly to your door for limited time only. If you go to takecareof.com and enter the promo code SOCIAL, SOCIAL, you'll receive 25% off of your first order. We'll talk more about that at the first break. But in the meantime, I am your host, Sarah, and I am happy to be with you to discuss some things that are trending in social media right now, as well as some social media news. One thing that is definitely trending, when I went on Twitter just a few minutes ago to see what was trending, it was all about the NBA Finals, of course, because that Game 5 was tonight. It ended just a little while ago with the Golden State Warriors eking out a win by 1 point. That brings them up to 2 games. The Raptors have 3, so we still have a series. There will be another game. Tonight's game was in Toronto. Lots of course, tweets about that. Lots of trending live tweeting going on. And one of the things that was definitely trending was Kevin Durant's return. He has not played in this finals series, but he returned tonight, and unfortunately it did not go well. He left the game early in the second quarter, limping off after presumably aggravating the same injury to his lower right leg that has kept him out of the Warriors' last 9 playoff games. He was ruled out for the rest of the game and will undergo an MRI tomorrow. Oh, it sounds like it was way too soon for him to return, but you know, everybody has to make those decisions. The Warriors PR did tweet Kevin Durant, parentheses right lower leg injury, will not return to tonight's game. He will get an MRI tomorrow. That was at 7:39 p.m. tonight, and he was seen leaving the arena on crutches and in a walking boot. Not good. He injured his leg again. He went down and shouted an expletive as he left the floor. His frustration was obvious. You can understand that, and it's all very understandable. But tonight's story, while being about basketball, sort of, is not about tonight's game per se, although we did just talk about it. But my first official story for this episode is it is about Kawhi Leonard, but not about tonight's game. It is the Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and McDonald's. This recently made the news over the weekend that the McDonald's in Ontario made a promotional deal last July between McDonald's and the Toronto Raptors to give away free French fries whenever the Raptors made 12 or more three-pointers. And this deal took an unexpected turn when, not long after the deal was made, the team traded for Kawhi Leonard. This was only 18 days after finalizing the promotion. Jake Edmiston of the Financial Post tweeted, "Days before the Kawhi trade, McDonald's promised to hand out free fries whenever the Raptors hit 12 three-pointers. They figured they'd give away 700,000 medium fries in the season. Instead, it was $2 million. That's $5.8 million in French fries." He tweeted this on June 7th. That's a lot of French fries. So Last season, the Raptors averaged 11.8 made three-pointers per game, so 12 seemed reasonable. Chuck Coolin, the McDonald's executive who conceived and executed the promotion, expected the team to exceed that in roughly half their games. What he didn't expect was for the Raptors to trade DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, two players who are more than comfortable shooting those three-pointers. So then add in the midseason acquisition of Marc Gasol, and the Raptors drastically upgraded their shooting at three of the five starting positions since they agreed to the promotion. So nearly a year later, the Raptors are indeed at the next level, according to one quote, ahead 2 games. This is from before, ahead 2-1 in the first NBA Finals in franchise history. Now that is 3-2. And McDonald's is out more than 2 million medium-sized orders of French fries. That's nearly 3 times the 700,000 orders the company projected its Ontario restaurants would give away during the promotion. Now, after the trade, Coolin and McDonald's did have the option to raise the 12-shot giveaway threshold, but they opted not to, which is very cool of them. And actually, in the regular season, the Raptors barely exceeded their projection. They broke the threshold 44 times, which is one more than last season. What happened was in the postseason, and that is when the Raptors triggered the promotion 10 times in the first few games of the playoffs. Apparently, that just ignited the public's love of free fries, and and then bumped up their initial projections. McDonald's didn't underestimate the Raptors so much as it did the appetite for free fries in Ontario. The regular season's 2 million free orders at an average menu price of $2.89 was $5.8 million worth of fries. That is crazy. And the season's still going on for them. They did not win tonight, so they are playing again, and we'll see how many free fries the McDonald's in Ontario have to give away. Casey Holdall chimed in on Twitter to frame the story in relation to the Blazers' current promotion with McDonald's. He said, for reference, McDonald's gave away free 6-piece McNuggets, which you could redeem multiple times the next day, every time the Blazers scored 100 points this season, which happened 73 times. So that puts it into a little bit of perspective as to what other promotions are going on with McDonald's. So it'll be interesting to see how this series plays out, and how many medium fries McDonald's has to give away. Keep shooting, Raptors. Keep getting the people of Ontario those free fries. I think it's kind of awesome. In other trending news, Chris Pratt got married over the weekend to Katherine Schwarzenegger, who is the daughter of Maria Shriver and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They both posted the same picture on Instagram not long after the event, and posted very sweet very sweet tributes to one another about the event and about the day. They both said that they were very blessed to have experienced the day, that they were very happy. They posted a picture of the two of them, of course, in their wedding finery, holding hands and gazing adoringly at each other. Chris Pratt was previously married to Anna Faris, and they have a son, Jack, who is 6. He was in attendance. I do not know if he was part of the wedding party. I didn't see that, but he might have been. So they did get married yesterday on Sunday in California. Pratt is 39, Schwarzenegger is 29, and they shared a romantic photo of themselves, captioning it with almost the same caption. In Catherine's photo, she said, "Yesterday was the best day of our lives. We became husband and wife in front of God, our families, and those we love. It was intimate, moving, and emotional. We feel so blessed to begin this new chapter of our lives. We are so thankful to our families and our friends who stood with us, and grateful to Mr. Giorgio Armani, who created a once-in-a-lifetime dress for me to wear, and for Chris, the perfect suit. This morning we feel nothing but blessed." So congratulations to them. They look very happy, of course, and very, very happy, very beautiful, very handsome, all those lovely things that happen on a wedding day. We are going to take our first break of the podcast. When we come back, we'll be continuing this story about Chris Pratt and the posting on social media, but it takes a bit of a... So stay tuned for that. Before we go to that first break, I want to talk to you, as I said, about Care Of, the vitamin service that delivers vitamins and protein powders, supplements directly to your door. All you have to do is go to takecareof.com and take their easy online quiz. With summer just around the corner, you may be thinking about your nutrition, your health and wellness, making those a priority, and Care Of makes it easy to upgrade your health routine. So just give yourself some support by going to takecareof.com, taking that quiz. It's easy. It's 5 minutes. I took it. I answered questions about my nutrition goals, my health goals, my sleeping patterns, etc. And then they gave me a personalized recommendation for vitamins and protein powders and some supplements. I was able to then explore their catalog and determine if there was anything that I wanted to add to that. And, for instance, if I wanted to add calcium or iron, and I was able to do that easily. It literally took less than 10 minutes for the entire process. And then they delivered the box straight to my door. Everything has my name on it. It has trivia and quotes, which is fun, on all the packages. And speaking of the packages, they are now all compostable, which I think is awesome. You can take care of your own health. You can take care of the health of the earth. You can do it easily and quickly. So, like I said, you go to takecareof.com, do the quiz. They will send you the recommendations. They want to make sure that what you're putting into your body comes from the best sources, backed by honest guidance and transparency, which is all available to you on their website. And they have so many different options. So if you're interested in trying this, go to takecareof.com, and for a limited time only, when you enter the promo code SOCIAL, SOCIAL, you'll get 25% off of your first order. Again, that's takecareof.com, and enter the promo code SOCIAL for 25% off of your first order. We are going to take that break now, so stay tuned. You're listening to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, and I'll be right back.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. Before the break, we were talking about Chris Pratt's recent wedding to Katherine Schwarzenegger, and I said that the social media took a turn, as social media sometimes can. Unfortunately, people started commenting on the post that Chris Pratt posted, and he has been getting dad shamed for that wedding post. So as I said, both he and Katherine posted the same picture and similar captions about their wedding day. They both said this was the best day of our lives, and so many people took to social media to comment on those posts, as often happens. It's pretty much always happens when celebrities or anyone posts to social media, and they are now dad-shaming Chris Pratt because of the best day of our lives comment. So one comment was something along the lines of, so you have more than one soulmate, which is very snarky, and I don't know. We could probably have more than one soulmate. I don't know. Is there a rule that says you can only have one soulmate? Can you not connect with more than one person in your life? We get so snarky about. First of all, that's between him and Anna Faris and Katherine Schwarzenegger, how that all works out. But yeah, you can love more than one person in your life. Somebody else posted, so the day that your kid was born was kind of meh. No, that's not what he was saying. They both said this was the best day of our lives. That's a different pronoun. Our lives, as in us as a couple, this is the best day of our lives. And you could add an written so far in there. Obviously, he is not dismissing the day that his son was born. He didn't say, hey, that, my kid's okay and everything, but this today right here is the best day of my life. Didn't say my life, he said our lives. They as a couple are expressing that this so far has been the best day in their lives. That does not dismiss the day that his son Jack was born. It does not dismiss the relationship that he had with Jack's mother. That is between the two of them, and whatever reason they decided to split up, that is their business. Of course, that's social media, so it makes everybody's business. Everybody wants to come in, comment on the business. At any rate, I think it's very silly, but that's not going to stop people from commenting and getting their 2 cents in. Let's move on to a happier topic, and that is the topic of birthdays. And royal birthdays. So today, June 10th, is Prince Philip's birthday, and on June 8th, on Saturday, the royal family celebrated the Queen's birthday, her official birthday, with the Trooping of the Colour, which is always so much fun to watch as all of the royals come out to celebrate. For today, for Prince Philip's birthday, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle posted on Instagram, which seems to be their preferred way of communicating with the world. They use Instagram as their means of communicating. That's the way they announced that their son was born. It was the place they went to announce his name. So they went on Instagram, to wish Prince Philip a happy birthday. They posted a picture of Prince Harry and Prince Philip kind of looking at each other and grinning in a very adorable way. They said, wishing His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, Sir, Grandpa, a very happy 98th birthday. The picture was from a rugby match in 2015, and they really are just beaming at one another. It is adorable. They also included a picture from 1950, which shows Philip dancing with his wife, Queen Elizabeth II, to whom he has been married for more than 71 years. First off, that's just amazing. A, that he's 98. B, that they've been married for 71 years. It's really, really cool. But that is what they posted. William and Catherine did not miss out on wishing Grandpa a happy birthday. They posted as well a carousel of photos on Monday on Instagram. Today is Monday. Yeah, I knew that. It's no longer Monday in England, though. So they posted a carousel of pictures and said, wishing a very happy 98th birthday to His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, and hashtagged it Happy Birthday HRH. So happy birthday to Prince Philip. As I mentioned, June 8th was the Trooping of the Colour, which is, for me, always a lot of fun. It's the official celebration of the Queen's birthday, and everyone gets together on the balcony of Buckingham Palace to watch the annual parade and a flyover from the Red Arrows. As the family expands, which it continues to do, it's amazing to watch them all sort of try to get into position on the balcony. I really hope that they are reinforcing that balcony every year because there's more family coming. And Meghan Markle put in an appearance. She is still technically on maternity leave, but she came out, as is pretty common. I think Kate Middleton also came out shortly after Prince Louis was born. But, you come out for Grandma's birthday and to celebrate. I love to see the pictures of the family on the balcony, and this year was really fun because, of course, the babies were there. Not the newest baby. Archie was home, which makes sense because he's only like a month old. But Prince Louis was there, and Princess Charlotte and Prince George were there, and they were all, Princess Charlotte and Louis were waving. Princess Charlotte has got the wave down. She waves with one hand. She waves with both hands. Prince Louis was waving with the encouragement of his mama. There's a bunch of pictures I saw where he was lunging for medals on people's jackets. Like he just wanted other people to hold him. Whoever was holding him, he wanted someone with shinier medals to hold him. It was really cute. Prince George looked kind of over the whole thing. He was like, yeah, I'm the oldest. I've seen it all before. I have too many responsibilities. But it was very, very cute. And frankly, I enjoy perusing social media to see the pictures of the family and to ogle the outfits. The men's uniforms are fun, but then to see what the women are wearing and to see Kate always has great hair, as does Megan, to see what the babies are wearing and, well, just to ogle the babies. I can't help it. I am an ogler. What can I say? I'm not ashamed of it. Maybe I am ashamed of it. Should I be ashamed of it? I'm not ashamed of it. We are going to take that second break of the podcast. When we come back, we have a couple more stories to wrap up this episode of the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. I saw an article that made it sound very dramatic. You know, clickbait is a wonderful thing. Use the word feud, and it's a feud on Twitter between Ashley Tisdale, who is one of the stars of High School Musical. That's probably what she's best known for, and Kevin Smith, who is an actor and director. He did Clerks, he did Mallrats, he is one half of the Jay and Silent Bob team, etc. He did Dogma, which is one of my favorite movies. But apparently they were feuding, which they just had an exchange on Twitter. Apparently they live in the same neighborhood, and on Saturday, Ashley Tisdale went on Twitter to complain. Not sure if it was tongue-in-cheek or if she really was being passive-aggressive and airing her grievance on Twitter. But she went on Twitter and posted that Smith had scratched her car and then driven away. So her tweet said, "Thanks at that Kevin Smith for scratching my mirror on my car and not stopping. Classy move, neighbor." He did reply by saying, "Apologies, I drive like Cruella de Vil in the hills. However, I did do a courtesy stop. Then when you pulled away first, I was like, that's so Sharpay." That was his joke. Apparently, well, she then replied, "Ha, apology accepted." Apparently, there was a little more to this exchange. Later, Smith went back on Twitter to say that she had stopped by his house and they'd had a conversation. So he said, "So the incredibly sweet at Ashley Tisdale stopped by my house and tried to apologize. I assured her that I'm the one who was driving like a wildcat. Also told her I'd send my kids our tweets." His daughter, Harley Quinn's response, "We saw Ashley in High School Musical live." Ashley was like, "Oh man." That was what he responded after they apparently kissed and made up. Not really kissed and made up, you know what I mean. But I would not call this a feud. Maybe if she was serious, you know, it's not the best place to air your grievances. If the car was really damaged, I think there would have probably been a different conversation. But again, people commented, like one person said, "At least leave a note." Well, yes, of course, leave a note, but it is what it is. It's not a feud, but it did make me laugh the way that these conversations get going on Twitter, and then we all tune in like a tennis match to watch back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, who knew? This next story is near and dear to my heart simply because it has anything that has anything to do with Harry Potter is near and dear to my heart. And that is that Harry Potter fans are freaking out over a creature that looks like Dobby, which was caught on security cam footage. It looks as though the legacy of the Harry Potter franchise continues to live on, even in the world of bizarre videos. bizarre viral videos. On Friday, a video shared by Twitter user at JDNB began to gain attention online, which shows some unusual footage from a woman's security camera. The video, which you can check out online, appears to show some sort of alien-esque creature walking down a driveway. And of course, it's a video camera, so it's black and white and, kind of grainy. So the post from this user was, a lady posted this and said she saw this on her home camera this morning. What y'all think this is? Well, of course, people responded. It's unclear exactly what is going on in the video and to what degree it's real or fake, but it has drawn some attentions to some pretty specific parts of pop culture, namely Dobby. Dobby from Harry Potter, yes. One Twitter user at NI_NERS, so Niners, something like that. Dobby about to get his ASS beat for getting caught on Muggle footage. That was clever. Another user at Alyssa. Her username is Alyssa. That's not her at. Dobby walking out of the Malfoy Manor to warn Harry. He was caught on video. So, another tweet says, everyone saying this is fake because he disappears in the last frame is wrong. Obviously, Dobby apparated out of there. So again, there is some debate on whether this is real or fake. It is debating what is actually in the video. It could just be a person wearing a weird hat, or it could be faked, or somebody wrote, everyone joking that this is Dobby, but I'm here deciding not to go outside at night ever again. Aw, but if it was Dobby, it'd be okay. Dobby just wants everyone to be happy. Oh, Dobby. Gone too soon. That's all I know. Except that he's not, because now he's wandering around getting caught on people's security cameras, which makes me happy. Anyway, it's trending. I like it. And who knows what it is? I choose to believe it's Dobby, because I don't actually know what it is, and it really doesn't matter. It just makes me laugh. Let's turn now finally to some social media news in terms of what's going on social media news platforms, things that are changing, etc. Facebook has a new avatar feature. I'm not sure if you have heard of this or if anyone has been able to use it or preview it, but they have a new, you would have to be in Australia to use it. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Facebook has released its new Facebook avatars, which is a Bitmoji style option. They've released it to users in Australia. This is the first stage of a planned broader rollout to all users later in the year. Facebook avatars enable users to create their own image of themselves, kind of a cartoonish image, and they can then use it in stickers across Facebook and Messenger. And so I'm intrigued to see what people are going to think, if they prefer Bitmoji, if they are excited about this. I'm interested to see how I can, what I'll look like as a Facebook avatar as opposed to as a Bitmoji avatar. These look a little bit more realistic than the Bitmoji avatars. I mean, none of them look like completely realistic. They're animated. But at any rate, if you're in Australia and you have tried this, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you use it? Do you prefer Bitmoji? Do you not care at all? Are you not a Facebook user? Etc. I would love to hear those thoughts. Hit me up. Speaking of social media platforms releasing things, Snapchat is working on a new join group chat sticker, which is just like Instagram. They are working on a sticker that would enable viewers to join a group chat, which Instagram is also developing. So, who will develop it first? Which one will be better? Which one will we like? It seems as though they are kind of neck and neck, always running parallel to each other. So the latest new step on this is group chat with reverse engineering specialist Jane Mansion Wong discovering a new in-development tool on Snapchat which would enable users to add a group chat sticker to their snaps, which viewers would be able to tap on to quickly join a private group discussion via chat. Wong also discovered the exact same functionality in development at Instagram last month. It makes sense. They're both trying to gain users and stay on top of trends. So, of course, they are going to be developing kind of similar features, especially for features that are in demand from audiences. So if one of these new additions catches on and the other app doesn't have it, it could certainly put them at a disadvantage. If it's relatively easy to implement, one article says, and they're able to do so, it's logical for each platform to follow through. But, of course, that does make for the platforms to feel kind of the same, although not the same, only different at any rate. So, group chat, stickers, interesting. I'm curious what people think about this. I use social media, but I don't use it to the extent that it should be used because there are so many different things to do. Holy buckets. I almost can't keep up. I mean, I read the articles and I see what's going on, but I'd actually rather read a book than spend that much time figuring out all the new things on social media. I'm probably only, like a third of the way up to date on everything that happens and comes out. But having a social media news podcast helps. At least I know about things, whether or not I am proficient in them. At any rate, if they come out, social media and Snapchat and Instagram, I'm sure we'll report on it. And if they come out and you use them, we'd love to hear from you about your experience and what you think. Or just, I'd love to hear what you think about the possibility of this coming out. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Social Media News Podcast. Join me again next time when we'll find out what's trending and maybe throw in a hashtag or two. Talk to you next time.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.